I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And this is the time where we interview young people doing exceptionally well on the continent of Africa. And in the diaspora, the idea is that we want to give young people the opportunity for them to share their views, for them to share their stories to inspire other young people, for them to share discussions that is able to shape other young people for them to succeed. We are saying that they can be their own voice. They don't need the older generation as much as they need themselves. The older generation can still be a guide, but the question is, what are they going through? What are the challenges that they are facing? How are some of them able to overcome these challenges? And how can they share this for other young people to be able to achieve their goals? And this is what we do on the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. Last year, we interviewed young people we cannot even count across the globe, especially on the continent of Africa. And this year, we are still continuing the pace where we bring to you young great minds on the continent that are doing exceptionally well against all odds for them to share their stories to the world and to inspire other young people. And tonight is no exception. And before I go on to my guest, I have got some few sponsors I want to mention. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is for all your business training and consulting needs. And for SMEs and corporate entities, just use Train to Inspire for your business training needs. Also, they work with second cycle institutions, colleges, and universities in relation to the personal development of students. So contact Train to Inspire Consultancy. Actually, T2I means Train to Inspire, and that is the brain behind T2I TV UK. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at a port, call them and they will sort you out. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their USSD code for mobile money, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Now, if you want to contact any of our sponsors, their contact details are scrolling on the screen. And also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, you can take the number for T2I TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy to contact us. Now, also, if you want to support what we are doing, because the aim is to transition this from interviews to real support for young people on the continent. Share your ideas with us, share your resources with us, help us to grow, because we want this platform to be the hub of education on the continent of Africa. Our continent is being, the continent is just, the idea behind the continent is based on politics, entertainment, and sports to the detriment of education. Our mantle, our aim, our vision is to really change that narrative that education will be the core of the the African dispensation. And for us to do that, we need your support. That means if you are watching us for the first time, I would like you to like our page on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also share this interview for somebody to have an opportunity to watch this, because the change of mindset of somebody is in the hands of you that is watching it. Now, the question is, who do I have on the hot seat? Now, this man I have known for some time now through social media, and I've followed the exploits that he's doing in shaping the minds of young people and even the political dispensation in Kenya. And I believe this man has really won the right to be on this show, because we don't just bring anybody on this show. We bring people that are really making a difference on the continent in their own small way. I always say that you don't need to go and sit in parliament to make a difference. You can make a difference in your own small way. Because if I make a small difference by impacting Africa in my small way, and you also make a small difference, in totality, we are going to form a synergy that is going to help the continent to grow. And this man is doing his bit. Now, who is this man that I'm talking about? He's an author, he's a digital consultant, he's governance and political analyst. He is in the person of Douglas Bundi-Kirimi. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you, Mr. Oscar Bimpong, my good friend of many years, and also thank you for giving me an opportunity to appear again on this Pan-African television to showcase what we can do for Africa and also what we can do for our young people. And thank you so much for investing in such a television. I hope and other diasporans and other also Africans can be able to invest in the lives of other people and also impact our generation the way you have done to our generation. I'm so proud of you, and thank you for having me on the show today.
I'm also proud of you, but I can say that you look too smart more than the host, and I think that is on a different level.
Thank you. I have no plans to oust you or also topple you. You know, Africans are good at toppling others. And on this show, I'm hoping that Africans are going to get something that they can keep themselves going, and also so that we can be able to uplift each other as Africans. And thank you for the compliment, Mr. Oscar. Thank you
very much. Thank you very much. But I like our topic, empowering the youth in Africa in a digital age. But before I go on, who is Douglas Bundi-Kirimi in your own words?
Thank you, Mr. Oscar. My name is Douglas Bundi-Kirimi. Kirimi is the name that my father gave himself. Bundi is the name that he gave me. And Douglas is the English name that my father named me. When I was born in 1992, we were born two. And I always keep saying that everyone wanted me named a different name and also wanted me named after their names. And my uncles wanted me to be named Franklin. And everyone was just for an opportunity to name me. But my father came in and said my son would be called Douglas. And when my age to go to school came, my father taught me how to do my shoe races and also how to write my name Douglas. And I'm so proud of my father of blessed memory. He took me to school, and educated me. Up to this far, my father, blessed memory, instilled in me the importance of writing my name correctly and also pronouncing it well. So when you mispronounce my name, I'll remind you, my name is Douglas. My father taught me how to write it. And also, you've asked a very important question. Who is Douglas? I've been around for quite some time. I'm 28 years old, and I am the general manager for the American Internet Business School based in Omaha, Nebraska in the USA. We teach digital skills to young Africans. Actually, in the past summer, we taught about 11,960 Africans for free with digital skills, empowered them, give them skills, and also give them certificates to show that they have gone to school and they have been imparted with the skills to transform the generation. Another thing is that I'm a writer, I'm an author. I've authored a book, a bestseller book called Digital Gold Mines with an international attorney turned digital consultant and also a digital marketer. His name is Dr. Okwebao, a Nigerian based in USA. And also, I'm a digital consultant for your digital concerns and also services. We can offer that. I have a digital agency that I run, and also I'm a communications specialist. I teach people to communicate. I teach people how to present themselves and their companies in the marketplace for profit. That's who I am.
Wow. That is the whole book of who Douglas Bundi-Kirimi is. Now let's
go. Mr. Oscar. Sorry, I forgot to say that I'm also an editor. I edit a magazine called Fearless, a lifestyle magazine, also based in the USA. My listeners and also our listeners would benefit from that. You can pick more than 2 jobs. In this age, there is no limit to what you can pick. And I would offer one of some of us who are for us, mostly I would offer them a free copy of our magazine so that they can see what we do and what Black Excellence can be able to do. Because I believe when you put hard work in place and also put yourself in a position to win, you're going to win no matter where you are. I'm in Kenya and I'm doing all this, and people trust me with their organizations, trust me with their work. Trust you me, Mr. Oscar, there is nothing you cannot do when you decide to do. Thank you.
There is nothing you cannot do if you decide to do. Now let's go straight to business. And the topic chosen is empowering the youth in Africa in a digital age. Now, what do you mean by digital age?
Thank you, Mr. Oscar. That is a very profound question. It is a question that everyone keeps asking, but the simplest answer to that question is, at this dispensation where we are in, we are no longer going to enslave Africa. Nobody is coming to Africa to enslave Africa to be able to exploit their mineral resources. There is no one that is powering the industrial revolution in Europe. There is no one that is farming tobacco in America, such that Africans are going to be slaves in Trinidad and Tobago, and also some other Southern American countries and also Northern American countries, so that people can be enslaved for the industrial revolution and all that. At this time, we are in the information age, where with an exchange of information, people are able to make money. With an exchange of information, Japan can be able to trade with America. With an exchange of information, China can be able to compete as a world economy together with the USA. Today, there are no warships that are happening. Whatever is happening right on the internet. And this is the digital age that we are talking about, where I can earn a salary while I'm in Kenya. From UK, I can consult for TI2 consultancy and make my money. I can work as an editor, make my money. I can work as a general manager for American Internet Business School and make my money. This is the digital age we are talking about. This is where we are talking about when someone is in Australia can be able to stream live and also watch a service in America, where we can be able to tithe digitally, when we can be able to go to school digitally. We don't have to go to the physical so that we can be able to make anything happen. This is what we are talking about, and this is the hot cake that many Africans have continued ignoring, and this is the most important gold mine they need to mine in this age that we are calling the digital age. A digital age is where you can communicate. Like, we've been friends for quite some time. It's like we've known each other since we were younger. You are younger, my older brother, and I was your younger brother. And that's where the world has gone. This is the age that we are talking about, an age where everything is run on technology. an age where Tesla, the electric car company, can be able to do electric cars and all that, take using their SpaceX company, take men to Mars and beyond, thinking about how to colonize other planets like Mars and others. This is the age that we are talking about, where you as a lecturer, because I know you are a lecturer, you didn't tell our listeners that you are a lecturer in the UK, you can be able to teach students here in Kenya, where at American Internet Business School, we don't own any building. We don't own any classes. Our classes are digital, where we can be able to teach people and do business online, where young people can be able to come together, where old people can come together. My boss is 57 like my mother, but my mother is in the village. My boss is in the US. There's a huge difference on that. This is what I'm talking about, the digital age, the digital era, where you don't need to leave your house, where you don't need to live anywhere. You just need to wake up, get your shower, take your breakfast, get into a tie, get into a suit, and appear on a screen and make your money. As a consultant, as an inspirational consultant as you are, you make your money from right where you are. This is the digital age we are talking about, Mr. Oscar.
But do you think the youth of Africa, they are taking advantage of this digital age that you are talking about?
No, I don't think so.
And
Africa is blessed with the biggest population, that is the young people, and these young people are the same people that we are having as a continent, as a continent in Africa, where the same people are being used for political mobilization, especially in my country, Kenya, and beyond. In Nigeria, I've seen it. In Ghana, where I saw young people singing to Mahama Okanda, where they were singing about Mahama and Boda people. Boda is the motorbike people. It's called Okada in Ghana and Nigeria. And these people who are being mobilized for political reasons are the same people that can be mobilized for digital transformation for their country, so that these unemployment rates can be beaten, so that we can be able to take advantage of the digital revolution, so that we can be able to power our economies, because these young people form the largest group of people. And I think governments have continued disfranchising the young people. And also I think governments and politicians continue destroying the legacy that they can leave for the young people. Whatever country they can bequeath to the largest population in Africa is being wasted, because they are not taking advantage of the digital opportunity or digital gap that exists today. Instead of government investing in young people, governments think that they can continue promising young people, when I get to power, I can create 1 million jobs. I think you can be able to create 1 million jobs easily, less than in a year, when you train people and deploy them on the internet to make an income. But what we have seen in Africa today is a flip side of the same. We have seen, instead of our youth being flipped to the internet, they are being flipped to political mobilization, winning elections, shouting on social media. For example, when you log in on Nigerian social spaces and groups, Facebook groups and Twitter, all you find is Chai Baba, Chai Buhari shall go, do what, and all that. At the end of the day, it doesn't help. When you go to Ghana, the president is 76 years old. They are talking about the president Nana Akufo-Addo. They are talking about Mahama. Mahama, I think, is 62 years old. He has big boys like myself and girls. But at the end of the day, we are talking about people of past generation that cannot be able to power Africa tomorrow. I can promise you, the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, I respect the old man, 76 years old, but he is not going to be in our future. He is not the future of Ghana. The future of Ghana is watching this television, waiting to shout on social media. Nana for 4 more years. Mahama people are going to shout Mahama for 4 more years. And also Ajeman Rollins, Ajeman Rollins supporters are also waiting to shout all that. In Kenya today, people that support President Uhuru Kenyatta are waiting to shout the legacy of president is secure, like I do on social media. And others are waiting to shout and say the opposition leader is going to win. Deputy President William Ruto is going to win. And all these manner of things. Deputy President William Ruto is our vice president here. And what people in Africa are failing to understand is that a person like myself, a digital consultant, before I talk about President Uhuru Kenyatta and his legacy, I'm paid. When I say Mr. Oscar Bimpong is going to be the president of Ghana, I'm paid to say that. Every word that I utter on my social media account, I'm paid. People think I'm dumb. No, I'm not. I've been on this space for over 4 years now. So everything that I post on social media is paid for. Whatever I post on my own, that I wake up at 3 a.m. to post, I don't post on social media and go back to sleep. I'm working. I'm making money. When I talk about President Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy, I meet his people and they pay my company or they pay me directly and I make my money. So if you shout about Mama, is Mama paying you? Is NDC paying you? Is NPP paying you? Because they have money to pay you as an influencer, as a young person. You have to take advantage of that moment and make sure that you make money, and also make sure that you continue making money amidst this political turmoil that we continue experiencing in Africa. For example, in Cameroon, people keep talking about Ambazonia, the Republic of Ambazonia. Paul Biya is going home. Paul Biya, Dictator Museveni is going home in Uganda. Famajo is going home in Somalia. Ethiopia is doing this to the people of Tigray. Are you paid to say those things? Because they, the politicians in every country, are paid to utter every word they are talking about. So I keep asking myself, are youths in the Gambia, when they talk about Adama Barrow, the president of Gambia, are they paid to talk about it? Because they should be paid. There are public relations companies that should be paid, social media influencers, there are people, digital consultants who should be paid to talk about these people. These people are billionaires in dollars. Why don't you chip in and eat a few cedis from these people? Why can't you go and take a few Kenya shillings from these people and make sure that you put their image there? Talk about their legacy. I talk on the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta on television every day. I get paid for that. I post on my social media. I get paid for that. So the secret is out today, so I don't post it for nothing. So if you continue arguing with me, I keep defending my man, I get paid. So if you think that we are on the same, we are not on the same level. And we need to tell our young people it is the high time you harness your numbers, harness your brains, and make money. I'm not smarter than you. The only problem is that I know more than 5% more than all of you. If I know more than 5% to 10% more than you, I become an expert. I'm speaking on digital, empowering the young people in a digital age, because I know more than 5% of you. I am not a genius. What makes me a genius is that I know more than 5% or more than you. I know where to get the money. I know if I shout Oscar Bimpong for president, I will make money digitally. But our young people continue buying internet that is so expensive in Africa, continue languishing in poverty until they keep shouting, Mama for president, Uhuru Kenyatta for president. Uhuru Kenyatta is too young to retire, 61 years old, billionaire, multi-billionaire in Dallas, and you keep saying that he is too young to retire. Thank you. The old billionaire is not going away. Our young people, their future is continues getting into despondency. As long as these people are in power, you need to make money. How do you make money? There are so many things. You can design posters for them on social media and all that, and make sure that these social media billboards, instead of doing physical billboards, you're doing billboards for them. Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy 2021, 2022. You make money. But what our young people are doing, President Uhuru Kenyatta has done nothing, he's going home. Okay, thank you. He has done nothing, he's going home, and you still sleep angry. He's a billionaire, lives in State House. They can decide to change the constitution and stay 4 more years or 5 years. So that is what is ailing our biggest population in Africa, Mr. Bimpong. Because at the end of the day, we need to make money as young people and make sure that as far as we are shouting, as much as we are shouting, we are making money.
But do you think young people do even know how to make the money on the internet as it is? Because as you are saying, all they are doing is that they are arguing, they are just posting social issues. They are not posting, they are not doing things that is going to bring them the money. So do you think they really know how to make the money?
I don't think so. But if they can get time to argue about Buhari in Nigeria, because I get to talk on television about Buhari in Nigeria, Mahama in Ghana. I get to talk about the junta in Mali, and also the people of Tigray and everything that is going on. At the end of the day, you keep running about these African countries and what the young people are doing there. For example, if we talk about Somalia and the way their president is doing things to keep destroying their country and their sovereignty, you hear young people defending the president. Who has paid you to talk about your president? It is the voters that have employed him. They will sack him when their time comes. Instead of using that energy talking about the president, why don't you send a president a proposal to the presidents and make money as a young person? I tire talking about these young people who don't want to get small training. You get internet from morning to evening to keep talking about politicians, but you cannot get internet to go on YouTube and learn. To go on the internet and learn how to make this money. For example, I write a book in less than 2-3 days. We are writing a book project with you. The deadline was about 3 days and you got caught up with exams. I would have made it myself. I would have made the cut. I have my material ready. I can upload it here right away now and upload it to you. Tomorrow you give me a book. As a young person, 28 years old, I think I'm too old. By now I'm too old. I'm not supposed to be called a youth. But at the end of the day, are our young people ready to make this money? No. We need to change our mindset as young people. I've seen Mohamed Jallo has said that this is an inspiring conversation, and also Philip Shibanda said that this is a nice topic. Yes, it is a nice topic because our young people have refused to wake up and work. This conversation will end at 12 a.m. my time. I'm not going to sleep. Forget it. I'll be working. I'll sleep for about 1 hour, 2 hours. Sleep is for the wicked. At the end of the day, I want to make that money. You don't want to make that money. You will wake up tomorrow and keep arguing about how Africa is poor, Africa is being colonized, neo-colonialism and all that. You will talk about that until tomorrow, until forever. But are you making your quota? Are you making sure as a human you are able to sustain yourself on the internet? Because we are living on the internet where people are making millions of dollars on the internet. Don't even target the millions of dollars. Target thousands of dollars. Don't even target thousands of dollars. Target hundreds of dollars. $500, $600, $800. That's a lot of money. Can pay your apartment. Can buy books in your university where you're using free internet to insult government that is giving you free internet and also free accommodation in your college. We need to shift from this conversation of one. We need to be able to get to a point where we can be able to make money for ourselves and also commit to running. I've seen Mr. Oscar Bimpong raised from an average speaker to an international speaker for a period of about 6 to 7 years. I saw him post books that he's reading, post what he's doing. I keep following him for about 6 years. The man has been consistent, writing books, putting the books out there. He has written many books. And I hope you put some on the screen so that people can buy those books. And at the end of the day, you keep asking yourself, this person has been growing himself for the last 6 years. Young people have been arguing, Mama has done this. Mama went home. Now, Nana came for 4 years. He has gone. Now, he went, before they went to election again with Mama. People said, Mama now, 4 years. Oscar has been growing himself. The one that has been shouting on social media for the last 6 years, he has been shouting about from Mama to Nana, from Nana to Mama now, from Nana. All that nonsense that is not going to help anyone. But as a digital consultant, I'm on retainer from a few politicians who keep telling me, I post this about me, hey, send money now. They send money through maybe our Zip here is M-Pesa. They send money here over my wallet, e-wallet and or my bank account. We sign a contract, then I keep shouting about them the whole day on social media, keep arguing with the people. As I argue with you, money is getting into my account. But in Africa, we don't want to get trained. We don't want to commit a few hours of training or a few days of training so that we can be able to get ourselves from this. When we do politics, we do it for fun. I've always told
But
people.
why is it that our priorities are very wrong? Because when you look at it, when you talk about, let's say you want to do a digital training, right? And you just even say you are charging $5, right? If you are not careful, the number of young people that will attend, look, you cannot even pay for any cost of your training. Now, why is it that we are so much accustomed to things that are not beneficial, but the things that can really support and change our lives, we don't want to know. What is actually the problem?
The greatest problem we have always had from time immemorial is the indoctrination that we have had from our parents and also from everyone across the board. Everyone told us go to school, go to primary school, tertiary and vocation, and get good grades and get a degree or a diploma and get a job. Some hoped that we should get government jobs. When you get a job from a private entity, they'll tell you that that is not the right thing that you have done. But at the end of the day, we need to be able to understand that as a people, we need to now, instead of indoctrinating our children, our young people to impunity, we indoctrinate them to making their lives easier and also making your life easier. Because as Africans, we need to see ourselves as catalysts for change. The future is not in President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, who is 61. The future of Africa is not in President Nana Akufo-Addo, who is 76, on Muhammad John Dramani Mahama. No. The future is in ourselves. The biggest percentage of of the African population is the young people. And in 2050, I want to suggest and I want to predict by 2050, the next jostling of people of Africa, the next scramble of Africa, it will not be on our minerals, on our gold deposits and all that. It will be our young population. Because other countries in Europe where you live, Mr. Oscar, you need to bear me witness, and in the US and other countries in the European Union, the young population are less than the older. The older are many. For example, yes. You were told the statistics were saying the reason why so many people died in Italy is that there were so many old people there and they had underlying conditions. So when COVID-19 came, it wiped the older generation faster because they had overlying conditions. The next jostling of Africa or the next scramble of Africa will be their young population that will be so hardworking and so energetic. So the other continents and other places will have less of young people and young brains like myself. Maybe I will be imported to become the next Prime Minister of Canada in the future. I don't know. I'm joking. But now, this is what is going to happen. If white people see that these black Africans are doing so much with black excellence where they are going to import them and take them to their countries. If government in Canada, in European Union can see that Douglas Bundi-Kirimi, Oscar Bimpong can be able to do this in Africa. If he's taken there, they will do the brain drain in 2050. There will be no fight for diamonds, no fight for gold. No, the next fight is the young population that is in Africa, Mr. Oscar Bimpong. And I think it is the time that our leaders, our community leaders, people that are enlightened can now take the chance, the opportunity to take the next level, the young people, the biggest population in Africa, to the next level, empower them, prepare them for the future. The future is not here. The future is in the digital era that we are talking about. The next generation of Africans is not in the past. The next generation of Africans is with us and beyond us. The countries that we bequeath our next generations as old leaders is not in our past. The president of Kenya and his peers cannot be able to bequeath a better Kenya, a better Africa, a better world to their generation. They can only bequeath it to the youngest generation in Kenya, which I belong to the next. And the only way to do that is to make sure that these people are equipped with the tools that they can be able to take care of themselves. The universities in Africa today, colleges in Africa today, tertiary education, all these sectors are churning out more graduates and more courage leavers, more than we can be able to take into the market. Because at the end of the day, what we are having today, we are having a generation that has been told, go to school, get good grades, and go forward, and get a job in government. Tell me, in government house in Ghana, in the capital in Accra, how many jobs are there? In Nairobi where I live, there are no jobs. The government is not offering any job. Instead of, we are offering you a job, they have written on the door, there is no job here. So What do Africans do? There is no vacancy. So the government, when you are campaigning to become president, you say, for example, Uhuru Kenyatta and his friend, he said, instead of no job here, you shall find that there are more vacancies more than you can be able to fill. So enter. 8 years later, in his presidency, there are no jobs. Now, are you going to keep waiting for government to provide these jobs, or are you going to work for a job for yourself?
Wow.
My friend who has commented here, his name is Elias Getonga. Elias Getonga is my friend. He's a civil engineer. But the guy has invested in animations and graphics and all that. He's a web developer. He has created a job for himself. And he has created several companies actually that I work with him as a digital consultant to make sure that he takes them to the next level. I get him business from my friends and also their companies and all that. Actually, some of my campaign posters, majority, 90% of my campaign posters are done by him. Very brilliant, very smart ones. All my writings and everything that he does a brilliant work. As a graduate who has never been employed by government, he will never be employed. A guy that used to stay in my house in Nairobi and work overnight, and I couldn't get the gist about these animations and the cartoons that he was talking about. But now I told him, my brother, I don't understand the animation that you're talking about, but I support you, because I had a foresight and I was forward looking, and this is the only way we can be able to save ourselves. The government will keep talking about alleviation of poverty and also youth unemployment, because you are the biggest chunk when it comes to elections in Africa. Go to the map of Africa today, the election map this year. There are so many countries that are going to get into election, especially our country next year. Everyone is talking about creating jobs for the young people. I saw someone in our country talking about how he is talking about the wheelbarrow economics, a 16th century invention coming now to the 21st century, going to take people forward. It's a lie. It's a political gimmick. It's not going to change your life. Oscar Bimpong in Rwanda has a lot of educated folks around him, and also he has his own children. He cannot give them wheelbarrows lying to them that they are going to change their lives. No. It is only a political dandelion that can be able to take such a lie. If I tell you today, I can teach you in 2 days or 3 days on how to write your book, best-selling book like the Kingdom Clientele book that Mr. Oscar Bimpong has written. Some of them will think that I'm mad. I'm not. I'm a ghostwriter. I write books. 3-4 days, I'm done. I pick my money and go chop my money. I chop it because I have worked for it. But when you meet people, my brother, it's very hard. It's very hard. Yes, it's hard because you are not going to be committed and also get a skill that can make you a better editor of that book, a better writer, and also a proofreader, all rolled in one. You make your money and go home.
So it means that we are complaining a lot whilst there are opportunities, right?
Yes. What we are having today, we are having a generation of young people that don't want, because of the indoctrination that they have been indoctrinated to impunity. They believe that government has to create jobs for them. That's why I have time for Mahama in Accra or Greater Accra or Ashanti region. When he comes and says, Mahama, more 4 years and 1 million jobs, then people think, yes, we are going to pick Mahama for 1 million jobs. Nana comes, Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya comes, Ahmed Abiy of Ethiopia comes, and Adama Barrow of Gambia comes. And they talk about all these things about job creation, which at 28 years, I know it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. These people are not going to create any jobs because they have no clue on how to create jobs for the millions of young people that we churn out from our universities. Our universities have every course that you can think of, but these universities are churning people out here. There are so many frustrated graduates who are watching this and who will watch this in future, who cannot put bread on the table. Recently, I was told a story of a young girl that she's a graduate and went and talked to the mother. The mother came and showed her and told her, this phone, I've been bought this phone by your sister. Look at you, a graduate with a master's who cannot buy me anything. A graduate that cannot get a job for herself. You keep depending on me at 29 years. The girl almost killed herself. If I were that girl, I wouldn't have killed myself. I would have moved to this phone. In Kenya shillings, it's about $400. But it has made me more than $400. I won't mention the amount. It has made me more money, this phone alone. Editing books, writing books, and all that. This is my phone. My friend Elias Getonga Motua, he has commented here, he is my friend. He knows that when I'm not near my laptop, I can work from my phone. He has lived with me in my house when he was in university. I have lived with him. He knows me. I went to school with him. The first day we went to school, I went with that guy. He's my friend. He knows that you can be able to do this. This is not theory. This is not this joker theory that you are taught by your politicians, that we are going to create jobs for you. And our parents and our guardians have indoctrinated ourselves to impunity. That way we can wake up in the morning and keep arguing and saying President Douglas Bundi-Kirimi is going to transform your lives and create jobs for your children. It's a lie. Why are they not creating jobs?
So let's look at it this way, yeah? So somebody might say that, okay, what you are saying is right, but we are living in an economy where internet is even too expensive and the internet is not even stable. So what can be done? Because the young people probably cannot even afford internet. What do you have to say about that?
Internet is expensive when you want to run and when you want to become better, but internet is not expensive when you want to shout Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria for president of Africa. Internet is expensive when you want to run and become better and become a better human. You know, Mr. Oscar, when you look at me, I'm not angry. I have eaten. I have chopped my money. And this is the pride that I have. That after my father took me to school, I don't disturb my mother in the village. After my father died, I'm not telling them about money. We talk about other things. But now, the problem here is, this, my friend, doesn't like politics. I like politics very much. We need to be able to come to the fact, to a fact that where does the internet to argue about your president incompetence, about your ministers incompetence, about your local MP, a local councillor? In our country, we call the members of county assembly, MCAs. Where do you get this energy to talk about your local councilmen? Where do you get this energy to talk about the incompetence of your president, but you cannot get the energy and the internet to be able to talk about the economy and the way digital economy is going to transform your lives? You know, Mr. Oscar, you cannot take a 21st digital tech savvy self like me from Accra and take me to the Ashanti region and take me to Upper Volta and take me to some other part of Ghana. No, you can't take me to the village now. I'm at 28. Next month on 9th of March, I'm going to celebrate my 28th birthday. No one is going to take me to the village again. You cannot take me to the village and tell me, now take this land and till it. The only land I can be able to till now is the digital technology that I have, that I can be able to harness. Instead of harnessing the technology, our young people are using the same technology to insult each other, insult people, and the same people that are talking about the expensive internet. I know internet is very expensive, but look at Nigerians, look at Kenyans, look at people of Ghana, look at the Gambians, look at Malians, look at Ethiopians, look at Algerians, look at Egyptians, all of them. President Al-Sisi of Egypt must fall. No. Useless man, go away. And all manner of uncalled words that we cannot be able to fathom. But when it comes to about attend 1 hour with Oscar Bimpong so that you can transform your mind revolution and all that, they cannot attend for one. They tell, hey, my brother, data is a problem. So send us data for us to be transformed. The problem is the indoctrination to impunity that we have experienced for such a long time. You need me to pay you so that I can train you to become better? No, I cannot do that. Internet is not expensive for anyone that wants to become better. I hope I have answered your question.
Wow. Yeah. You are spot on, because I think if the energy they use to really buy data to insult our leaders and insult other people, fight among each other, follow people that are really spewing junk on social media, instead of learning the tools or the skills that they need to survive in the digital space, then I think they don't have a point to say that the internet is expensive. Though internet is expensive, you can turn it around, as you are saying. And I like the way you are just straight on point. It looks like the hammer that you are holding, the nail is really suffering because you are hitting right on the head of that nail. Yes, but let's look at this way. What are the skills? Because there is a skills gap when you look at on the internet, where that is the digital space now. There is a skills gap when it comes to the youth. How can they bridge this skills gap? And what are some of the skills that they need to really succeed in the digital space?
Thank you, Mr. Oscar. You see, the energy that the young people use on social media to argue about former president of Ghana, Mahamas of this world, arguing about Mugabe, former Mugabe of Zimbabwe, Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. You see all that energy, the writing that they keep writing on social media is worth a lot of money. Political content is lacking in our politicians. That's why they don't know what is hitting the young people. Number one skill that you can be able to sell on the internet and make money is content creation. If you run out to create content about, there are people who are gifted by God. I don't know if they have invested in that. They have been gifted by God by highlighting the issues that surround their candidates, and also if they are not their candidate, the opposition, they can analyze a lot of things. You see, when I'll post tomorrow morning about President Uhuru of Kenya on my social media, and you see it. They will analyze and see how he is incompetent from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they will raise about 10 points. The least I write for the articles that I write is 500 words. 500 words, sell every article that you write 500 words at $5 or $10. So write 15 articles or 20 articles and make sure that you have now created also a market from where you have now churned out your article, from creation of your article, from writing of your article to the consumer, to the merchant that will take it to the consumer. So instead of creating it for a middleman, you are writing and selling it directly to the one that is going to the vendor that is going to take it to the consumer. If you have not invested in I cannot tell young people in Africa, which I have myself have not done. It's hypocrisy for me to say that I can write, package it and market it and sell it and make money, erasing everyone on the chain. No. If you can be able to analyze about Mahama, write good proposals and write good content for them and take it to the headquarters, NDC and headquarters. I have seen their communications guy is a young person. I have so much interest in African politics. I'm a Pan-Africanist. So I have seen their young person, their communications officer is a young man that reads their speeches. Take those points to them. Make sure they pay you, they put you on a retainer. If they pay you per hour, they pay you between $50 and $150 per hour. But if they put you on a retainer, which is very acceptable to everyone, they can put you on a very good platform. So if your passion is politics, do that. My friend here, Arias Getonga Motu, the one that is commenting there, is my best friend. I went to school with him. I grew up with him. He's so much into tourism. What he has done, and actually did that without my help, he can tell you that. Actually, I would like him to write there. He went ahead and wrote those proposals and took them to travel and tours companies and also to hotels. Started social media pages. Instead of wasting his time on Facebook arguing with people, he's very introverted, by the way. He would spend time marketing those pages and all that. I know that because I'm an admin of some of those groups on social media, so that in case of anything, I can be able to get him back on the pages again. So that is what young people should be doing. And people have put him on retainer. People are picking his services because people are calling him and also asking him for directions. And where is this hotel? How are their charges? Because he's marketing them on social media on behalf of the client. So that makes sure the percentage of the marketing money that they use on for social media, they take that money and give it to the young boy. So Content creation is one skill that people can learn. If you can be able to argue about your opposition leaders and your president, incompetence of your MP, you can create content for them and sell it to them. Not only politicians, for business people. These politicians wear good clothes. Why don't you design a very nice proposal and take it to tailors, people that can dress these people? There are televisions like TI2 television in the UK that can host these politicians so they can sell their agenda to diasporans. Why don't you take this proposal to Mr. Oscar and he pays you a few dollars? And these politicians and tell, I know Mr. Oscar, I can write a proposal and get you on TV as a media liaison officer. You become one. You brainwash yourself and become what you want to become. In this life, there is nothing that shall be given and a silver plate. You need to fight for it and fight for your space. You need to fight for your space as Africans. If you don't fight for your space, no one is going to wake up thinking about your problems. That is one of the things that I came to realize very late in life, but I don't think it is late. But if I knew that at 20 years, I would have now become a better young man and a better voice for young people, because no one wakes up thinking about your problems. If Mr. Oscar wakes up thinking about me, I'm part of his problems, and helping me is solving his problems. So no one wakes up thinking about your problems. You need to understand that no one wakes up thinking about your problems. Everyone has the problems of their own. Mr. Oscar thinks about his children and wife. The wife wakes up thinking about Mr. Oscar because Oscar is also his problem, and also the children, and also our work. So basically, even for Mr. Oscar, there is no space in his wife's life. So everyone is thinking about their problem. If your wife is thinking about you, you are the problem. You are a problem. So they are thinking about you. If I'm thinking about my girlfriend, she's my problem. So if she wakes up and tells me, babe, I'm thinking about you're thinking about me because I'm your problem. In Africa, if your president wakes up thinking about you and tell young people, I could not sleep last night, a 76-year-old president telling you that young people in a presidential address, I couldn't sleep last night because I was thinking about you. No. He was not thinking about you. You are part of his problem. He fears you to topple his government through social media. You see the way Buhari did with Edisas in Nigeria and told people, I can hear your concerns. I'm your president. No, you're not my president. You're joking. You're president because you have that certificate from the Electoral Commission. You are my president because people voted for you. In my heart, I have denounced you as my president, but you are not thinking about me, Mr. President. You are thinking about me because I'm your problem. So young people should understand that nobody owes them anything in life, and nobody wakes up thinking about their problems. If an MP wakes up thinking about their problems, if he hears that the 70%, 90% of the people in his constituency are going to work against his mandate, and he is going to be denied that mandate in the next election, Mr. Oscar.
Wow.
So another thing that I think young people can monetize and make money is blogging. I've written about this in my book, Digital Gold Mines, that I can get an access to everyone. People need to understand that blogging is like any other thing. When I wake up in the morning, I run the Porter's Chronicle, the president of the USA Chronicle. Is the porterschronicle.com that I'm employed to write every morning and also do it every morning. So I wake up and update it with the Biden news. For those that don't know, that thing is going to be the next big thing. Those that started research projects for Donald Trump in 2016, today they are big shots in America. So my boss decided, now, young man, because you have a lot of energy, write this, and I'll be paying you this amount of money, flat rate every month. So every morning, I'm interested in American politics. I know what they are doing about the child immigration, children immigration issues in America. I know what they are doing with their foreign policy. Not that because I'm a politician or I want to become the president of the EU, I'm being paid to know those things. And young people are telling us, Biden is a bad player, Biden is a good guy. If I hear you talk about, I write it on that blog. So after some time, we monetize it. We put adverts there and put products there. You buy as you get catch stuff and buy. You buy, we make money. But young people in Africa continue thinking that blogging cannot make them money. I'm not a big blogger. I blog when I'm told I will be paid. So I can do anything, including growing plants as a scientist. I can do those things on the internet if I'm told digitally, if you can create an animal, you can be paid. I will do those things because I want the money. But our young people think and continue thinking that these things cannot be able to make them money. Another thing I think is writing an ebook, like I've written. You know, young people, let me tell you the truth. I have written a book. I'll continue making money with that book, including I'll sell that book. If Mr. Oscar allows me, I'll sell it. I'll make money. You run 12 businesses that you can create on the internet. I'll take that money, chop my money, and continue preaching the gospel of digitalization in Africa, and you'll do nothing about it, and you won't use my money. As you continue talking about your president in Ghana, in Gambia, in Kenya, where I live, in Tanzania, where the president lied to them, there is no COVID, now he is pleading with them, there is corona in their country, and every other African country. In Madagascar, where they had a traditional concoction for a vaccine, you continue suffering as a young person if you don't make enough money for yourself to save yourself. Because I've told you the government cannot think about, they are waiting for elections in Ghana to think about you. In a Andama Barrow country, in Gambia, they are waiting. In a Sierra Leone, where George Weah is, in Liberia, where George Weah, the footballer, is a president, he had a referendum the other day to change the constitution so that they can stay more years in power. Nobody thinks about you, buddies. I'm 28 years old and my president can't think even of adding power to me to test even for one day.
Wow.
Such a selfish man.
Wow. That is a very nice discussion. I've got some few comments here. Let me read some comments and we'll bring this to a close. Time is already spent. I've got Philip Simanda say, nice topic. I've got Mohammed B. Jallo says, this is an inspiring conversation. He also says that African youth are still seeing themselves as supporters to old politicians instead of competing with them to lead. How can we allow leaders with the old generation mindset to still be making the decisions of our future? But do you think the young people have got a role to play in terms of decision making, and are they making the right decisions? Mr. Bundi, I'm asking a question.
Yes, please.
You don't go off when yeah. Do you think somebody is...
No, I was checking the comments myself from this end.
Somebody is saying, how can we allow leaders with the old generation mindset to still be making the decisions of our future? Why? Can you briefly answer this? Briefly, very briefly.
The reason why we keep allowing these people is that there is no one that can hand power. I've made a joke about my president being selfish with the power, because power is for keeping. Power is not for giving out. These old people are in power today because we cannot be able to install our own young president. Imagine at 28 years old, nobody wants to install me as their president in my country. They want to keep recycling the old people. Why? Because the old people are more organized. The old people have the money. The old people have the networks. The young people have no networks. They don't know Oscar Bimpongs of this world so that they can be hosted in their media houses. They don't know the know-how. They have no playbook to run from. Again, another thing is that the young people in Africa can only be used for political mobilization and also can be used for burial arrangements and also contributions. Because at the end of the day, there is nothing useful I have seen African youths doing. In my country, young people from my country can bear me witness that in my country, young people can only come together when there are sexual scandals across the nation so that they can be able to be sent those videos. That is when we come together. Or when we are campaigning, we come to opposition and the people that are supporting government. And also, it is the truth. I have to say the truth. This is the year of the truth, and this television belongs to Mr. Oscar. It doesn't belong to me, so I will say the truth today and go home. At the end of the day, we need to understand that in Africa, we are not united as we would be. At 70% of the population in Africa, we need to be able to, number one, united, number two, stick to the youthful block and make sure that these young people make us money and also help us grow our economies as Africans. But what we have done, we have escorted our duty as young people and taken these things toward the people. Remember, there's a president in Nigeria who people don't know if is the president. They call him Jibril from Chad. They don't believe it is their president, but they keep voting for him. There is an old president in Ghana called Nana Akufo-Addo, 76 years old. At the BS of Oscar Bimpongs of this world, there are young people in Ghana who can become president. Remember, there is old people in Kenya who wants to become president, and you keep shouting their names on social media. That is not going to help us as young people. I've answered your question.
All right, then, yes. Then I've got Kitonga saying, keep rising, bro. Very articulate discussion. And I've got Kweku Sinti Mensa say, if most of the leaders have the same passion and zeal like this young man, Africa will be a great continent. Kudos to him. Then Kitonga says, and brilliant insight. He also says that Douglas Bundi-Kirimi speaking the truth 100% about the youth and employment. The politicians are taking us for ride. What we know that we can only redeem ourselves through entrepreneurship, which is also not easy considering the unfavorable business environment for startups throughout Africa. He also said that, but we have to grind, endure, and try our level best to make it in life. He also said golden nuggets for the African youth, and he also said enlightenment, Africa 101. Then I've got Felix A. Tete saying that our African youth not patient to nurture small beginnings, rather they are after instant success. Do you agree with that?
Partially, no and yes. You know, if instant success was very available, everyone would be there. If horses, if beggars were what? That quote that says, if wishes were horses, beggars could be riders. Mm-hmm. If instant success, I told someone the other day, you could not tell me that people are getting money from devil or devil worshipping and all that. If it was that easy, life in Nairobi is very difficult. Life in Accra is very difficult. Life in Abuja, in Lagos, in Banjul, in Bangui, and also Banjul, all these Central Africa, Bangui, and also Banjul in Gambia. All these places, people could be taking that instant success. There is nothing like instant success. If you wake up today and find out that you are famous, you are not sleeping. If you wake up today and find out that you are very famous, you are not sleeping. And remember, faith in God favors the underdog. So sometimes history, God, faith, and humanity can tap into the life of a young person like myself. You get tapped on the back, you become president at your age, but it doesn't happen very often. Even in the Bible, the young people, 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds who became kings, you are very few instances. So read your Bibles well. History, faith, and God can only tap you at a particular time. So when you go, for example, those that are very passionate about politics, you see a young person winning an election against all the Jids, like my friend here, Kwaku has talked very passionately about No. It's Mohamed Jalo who has said that all the people are making decisions on our behalf as young people. If you find that a young person is making decisions together with all the people against the young people, is that person maybe probably faith and God had decided that at that particular time that is the opportunity for that young person. So at the end of the day, we need to be able to vacate and also depart from this notion that we can now be able to get instant success. There is nothing like instant success. Everyone is living in a fantasy world. I'm very aggressive. I'm a very aggressive young man. If this instant money is everywhere in Nairobi, I could have grabbed it. Even if it is in Ghana, I would have walked by now. I would have arrived in Ghana to pick the instant success thing. That notion, the indoctrination that I call indoctrination to impunity has happened to us, that we think that there is something called instant success. Nothing like that. Go try stealing from a bank where you are. You can't get there. So it takes hard work, patience, and endurance for you to be able to build anything. My friend that I keep talking about is an inspiration to me because I grew up with him. I know his struggles and everything. I know that when we could not afford to buy a laptop with him and all that. But now, think about it. He can be able to do what he does today because he's now overcome some stuff, some obstacles here and there. He has now learned a few things that he can be able to teach people. But I challenged him the other day. Instead of thinking about telling me about the future success and all that, why don't you document what you know today and sell it to people? Write a book, write an ebook. An ebook can take you 3 or 4 days. If you don't want to write, if you are not blessed with a mind that germinates ideas, you can write from rebrandable sites where they are called white label products. You can go and buy white label products books pick the name from myself. I can actually send you rights to rebrand my book. Instead of Douglas Bundi-Kirimi, or you can write it Oscar Bimpong and sell it and become your book. Very easy from your laptop, seated years. Transfer the dollars to my account and transfer the book to your email. Then you do the work. Actually, I tried that trick to Oscar, but his mind germinates idea, so he can't buy from me. I want him to buy my ideas so that he can transform them very easily wherever he sleeps in London. By morning, is the book is live on Amazon and he's selling books. Digital work, nothing. You wake up in the morning, put a small portion of your investment that Oscar thinks that Africans don't want to put an investment on, and you become that. If you don't want to take 8 years writing a book like myself, you can write it. Talk to Oscar, buy the Kingdom Clientele, change the name, change a few things inside there, buy the book from him instead of spending years thinking about becoming an author. By Monday next week, you become an author. Tuesday next week, you'll be selling a book and talking like a pro because you know 5% more than others. I'm speaking here to Africans across diaspora and across the African continent because, one, I know 5% more than you. So I'm not a genius. I have invested 5% more than you. If you invest 10 more than me, I sit down and listen to you. So why don't I document that and sell it as a product? Mr. Oscar, I know he has invested in a product where you can buy his books, you can buy his presentations and all that. That is what I'm talking about. Digital products that can make you money when you're sleeping. People can write you emails at night. Boss, how can I buy your book? Just send me money, then I'll transfer the book to you. They transfer the money, you transact, and you are done. Or they can go to a site where they can buy the book, then and it's done.
Wow. It's quite interesting. But before I go, please, I don't just be brief on this, right? A lot of young people, I believe, talk too much, but when it comes to doing, is a problem. Why that the case? Very briefly. Very briefly.
Yes, please.
I'm saying a lot of young people talk too much, but when it comes to taking action, there is a problem. Now you can have a young person that says, "Oh, I'm a leadership coach," but that person does not even exhibit 1% of leadership. What are you going to tell those people?
One thing I can tell these young people is that action is the master stroke that you need for you to be able to progress and get forward. Remember, you are the greatest holder, the greatest digital consultant, the greatest master of cryptocurrencies, and social media managers, and everything, Forex, freelancing, blogging. You're the greatest YouTuber of our time. Remember, you're the greatest influencer of our time. But the only thing that is stopping you from becoming all that is action. Action is the master stroke that will make you better than Douglas Bundi-Kirimi. I'm before you because, one, I've written books. I'm a ghostwriter. I can write a book for someone in 24 hours and make my money and go home. At least I'll lose sleep for about 8 hours, but I'll recover it after the dollars hit my account. Remember, dollars don't taste like your local currency. So if you receive dollars, your life will transform. So at the end of the day, the issue is you take action. I told you I wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning. Wake up, shower, do breakfast, devotion, and all that. Then start updating my stuff. Write the blog for the Potter's Chronicle that I'm the editor. Write the articles for the Fearless Lifestyle where I'm an editor. And then now continue my presentations, small work that I'm on retainer to do for my clients. Then I'll prepare for television where I appear every morning at 9 a.m. I'll appear at 9 a.m. for 1 hour, 11 a.m. for 1 hour, and 3. And even at night, I'll appear as a radio show political analyst. And all these, I'm paid. But now I have to take action. For TV, I have to go and ask for which television wants me because you cannot go where you are not wanted. You go to the television that wants you. So you go and work there and maybe you put your work out there. You use your guerrilla tactics. I use my own guerrilla tactics to be noticed. I have to be there, out there. Put yourself out there. Be known. Take action. For example, you can talk about, I've seen Vilda Lampera said, nothing like instant success. Thank you, my brother or my sister. That name, I'm not familiar with it. It is true, there's nothing like instant success. So at the end of the day, Mr. Oscar, we need to understand that young people need to take action. For example, if you put a call on action today, if I put a call on action
I think we've got challenges with our guest internet, but time is already even been spent. So we're going to, I think he will come back very soon. Yes. Yes. So it's been wonderful having our guests, and trust me, I've really enjoyed every bit of this discussion. And trust me, before we go, I just want to mention a few of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm. Train to Inspire also work with schools in relation to the personal development of students. So contact them if you really need bespoke business training that is going to help your business to grow. They are also in the transformational speaking business, where they can inspire your team, your group, for them to achieve their goals in life. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Accra. ZPay just launched their USSD code, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Then also ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they will sort you out. Now, it's been wonderful having our guests, and trust me, I've enjoyed every single bit of the discussion. If you are watching us for the first time, like our page T2I TV UK on Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also share this for somebody to have an opportunity to watch this discussion. It's been wonderful having my guest all the way from Kenya, who is an author, he's a digital consultant, he's governance and political analyst. And we've been talking about empowering the youth in Africa in a digital age. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful discussion. On Thursday, we are here for another powerful discussion. We are here every Tuesday, we are here every Thursday, and we are here every Saturday. 8 p.m. GMT. And I think that is going to be 11 p.m. in Kenyan time. Don't change the dial on us. This is the kind of discussions that we always have. And you can't afford to miss it. Why? Because we educate you within an hour. We cause you to read that book within an hour. We really make you informed for you to move forward with your vision. So don't change the dial. On Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT, we are here. Stay blessed and see you soon.